His first shipment to Kenya was in 2009. His business is located in Luton, about an hour's drive from London. Today on Daring Abroad, we feature Morris Njuguna, who is ventured in a business not so commonly done by Kenyans abroad: shipping.
Hello, Susan.
Hi.
Tumekuja.
Okay, karibuni.
Asante.
Karibuni.
It is that time when Morris Njuguna hits the road to collect items from his clients door to door. His company is known as Kenya Exports Limited, and it is based in Luton on the outskirts of London City.
We handle all the preparation, inspection, booking of containers or airline space, and then we ship them to them in Kenya.
Morris started this business in 2009 as a sole proprietor.
Initially, I was just buying stuff here locally and shipping them to Kenya. Ex-UK stuff, we used to sell them to Kenya, to our customers in Kenya. And later on, many Kenyans in UK, they started asking me to whether I can be shipping some stuff for them. So they started one by one, and then the number increased.
The Nanyuki Boys High School alumnus came to the UK in 2003, immediately after his final year at the University of Nairobi, where he was studying economics and social studies. His mission was to pursue further studies at the Sheffield Hallam University.
After the financial crisis of 2008, so I found myself without anything to do, and that's when I started business. I had no employment, so I had to use all the savings I had to do my first container shipment to Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get it right. You said you had been employed earlier.
Yeah. But on project basis. Yeah. So it wasn't like a full-time employment. Yeah. So after the projects were over, I found myself without anything to do. So that's when I was like, I need to get something to do, yeah.
At one moment, he thought of returning to Kenya, but socio-economic circumstances at that time hindered him from doing so.
I was married in 2006, and 2008 we were expecting our firstborn. So I couldn't go back home because my wife was a student by then, and we were expecting the baby. So I couldn't go back home to start another life there. So I had to face life here.
He eventually graduated with a master's degree in accounting from Sheffield Hallam University.
I had to struggle myself to raise school fees and all that by working double jobs,
Back to the shipping business, and Morris says he began small with his own savings.
When I was starting this business, I was in London, a place called Streatham. I used to live in a flat, one-bedroom flat when we were starting life. That's where I started the business. So I had to look for a small storage place unit. It's a garage, council garage. That's where I used to store my stuff. And with time, we increased in number. Like we had a baby and another one came along. So we were like constantly looking for somewhere else to go, somewhere affordable, somewhere there's space.
Now he has a full-fledged company in Luton.
We ship various items. We can do by air or by sea. Most of our customers are Kenyans who live in UK, and they want to ship their stuff to their loved one in Kenya. Some of them, they'll be relocating back to Kenya, and they can't plan that move, like to ship all their stuff in one go. So they end up shipping slowly by slowly. By sea, it's a bit cheaper, although it takes longer. By air, it's faster, but it's expensive. And at the same time, there's some items which you can't ship by air. So it will cost you, it will cost you more to meet the standards on how you can ship those hazardous stuff. And yeah.
There are clients who send items on a full container on their own. Others have to wait for consolidation from various clients.
Let's say a client has come with a full load of a container. We now arrange the inspection process. After the inspection, we book the container for them. And the inspection process is quite time consuming, trying to meet all the standards. And some of these items, if it's second-hand electronics, they need to be part tested. If it's like second-hand clothes, you need to arrange with the fumigation staff, fumigation people to come and do the fumigation.
And just what does the process entail?
When it comes to the small consolidation services, we first consolidate. It normally takes 2 weeks to consolidate maybe a container load. So after that, we come up with a packing list of each and every box we have in our warehouse. We prepare the commercial invoice. We send it to the KRA, our agents in Kenya. They apply the IDF, import declaration form. After that, they send that IDF form. We go through the inspection booking process. So once we get a date with the inspectors, that's when we book a container. The container will come here.
Since October 2018, every shipment going to Kenya has to be inspected.
The inspector has to be here from the beginning of loading process until the end, and then they'll put a seal to confirm that they've inspected each and every item which has gone into that container, which is time consuming, and so it's quite a lot. They look the country of origin, and they look whether the items which are going to Kenya, they are in good condition and quality as well. Yeah, Kenya Bureau of Standards, they have given that work of inspection to I think 3 companies. There is Intertech, there is SGS, and there is Bureau of Veritas. You have to pay £250 per consignment. If it's a container load, that's one consignment. If it's air freight, if it's 1 pallet, 2 pallets, 1 box, that's the same price you're gonna pay.
And here is the cost implication of the business.
Well, you have to pay the booking, the container, the shipping, freight fees. So when a 40-foot container will cost you about £2,000. And then there'll be a cost of loading. You need guys to come and do the, professionals who need to do the loading. So those ones, we have to pay them about £500. And then there's that cost of $250 for the inspection. There is another cost if you have any used fabrics in that container. Then you'll need to involve someone to come do the fumigation.
Maintaining a warehouse like this one can be expensive. Morris pays the equivalent of about 260,000 Kenyan shillings per month for rent.
And then there's some other bills, electricity, heating, and then running these vehicles is also expensive because you need to have all the required paperwork and insurances, all those kind of stuff. Unajua sasa ukijipata ukiwa pahali, this is the only thing you can do now. And because I made that decision long time ago, then you have to swim,
Morris handles mainly the process in the UK. Then clients use their own clearing agents in Kenya to manage the process on the Kenyan side. But he adds that his company can assist to undertake the entire process. According to Morris, this business is not quite common among Kenyans living in the UK.
Especially now ours, it involves going to Kenyans' addresses.
And Morris has been lucky to do this all year round.
Like Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays we go to London areas. On Wednesdays we go to Birmingham, Coventry, and Northampton. Saturdays we go to Manchester, Swindon, Gloucester.
Before Morris started this, it was very hard, the Tuma Mizigo Kenya, because you either have to look for someone who's going back home to send them, or if it's heavy stuff, you'll have to use other services, which was very costly. But this one has really helped us very much.
Morris is among the Kenyans who have made a mark abroad in job creation.
At the moment we have 5 full-time and 5 casual, so we work together. But there are those who comes here on, like when we are loading container, so we get some outsiders to come and help us. You can employ your fellow Kenyans. Like now here, I think I work with Kenyans only, apart from one Nigerian guy. Oh no, 2 more, they normally come during the loading day, yeah. The good thing with working with our Kenyan brothers and sisters, it's because we are serving the Kenyan community. So, and some of our clients, they've been here long enough, or maybe they are elderly, they need, some of them, you can connect easily, yeah,
Technology has made financial transactions across the borders faster and cheaper, and this is key for any business.
Through Equitel, it's been so easy. I can pay people in Kenya at a touch of a button. You send money to their accounts or to their phones. Those who want to send money, yeah, they can pay. Yeah. They can pay us if someone doesn't know about the international markets on how you just want to pay in Kenya shilling or something like that. Then yeah, they can pay, and it's very easy. You can access the payment the moment it lands into your account. We used to think it's easy here, life it's easy here, but it's not. It's tough, especially, before people used to come and, like you're gambling your life. You want to go there and see how things are going to turn out. But if you have, what I would say, if you have something better in Kenya, you're doing okay, then I think there's no point of coming here and living some of the conditions people live in here, yeah.
And that's Daring Abroad. The UK edition continues. From Luton, I'm Alex Chamwada. See you again next time.